Hey, doing tech fans, Tech Albert here. Well, guess what? You never guess. Okay, yes, okay. So, I got this to work as I had planned. Because I look at the specs on the, boy, what is that up there? I look at the specs on the TP-Link version, right? It's the same thing. Dual core, 1.3, system on the chip. So it's SoC. Same thing, same specs. Except the Wang is 2.5 gig, which is really 1.3. If you do your math, you can figure it out yourself. Because, if 1 gig is 600, so that's twice, right? And then 500 would be, then you just figure it out and you get your answer. It's not that hard to figure out. So it worked. Anyway, this works. This is what it is. It's running wireless. The steps to do it, it's tricky. I tried everything. Yeah. I've updated the firmware, okay? You download that prior, and the prior video tells you I downloaded the firmware, updated the firmware. It still was trying to connect. It's on its own. There was no way to set a static IP address. All that stuff there in there ain't gonna work. I don't know. Some of that stuff don't work. Maybe it could be redundancy. Redundancy means it's old. What's this here? Okay. I'm just looking at I put 128 gig SSD. That's what I have because I'm using the other one. We'll could get a larger one now. We could invest the money in getting a larger one and running this. It runs smoothly. You know why? Because the storage device is fast. It has the latest in technology. So you're getting that full. There's no delay. This goes. And this here is fast. It's dual core, 512 RAM. It's running at full power. I looked at my fiber settings. It's running at 2 gig, 2.4 gig. It's running at what it's supposed to be running. So it's running at 160. I got rid of the 2.4. We don't need 2.4. Well, I don't know how you're running your place, your network. You would run 2.4 if you're using smart devices, except for the TV sets that handle higher than 802.11n, which you don't want that slow network on your fast network. If you can afford it, you can get, if you have the T-Mobile, the Verizon, you just have a separate network and just have everything go on there. That's what we do here. But it's also backup for us here. So everything backs up on that network. And we need that network if you want to boost the antenna, because everything's tied into the T-Mobile. So the top of the thing, to get your cell phones boosted, the T-Mobile boosts the cell systems, because most of the signal is so weak as it is. By the time you get to your house, you only get 3 bars. You say, I'm paying for 3 bars, 2 bars. You're not paying for 2 bars. You're not paying for 3 bars. You can get it boosted, but put it away from your dwelling, because it give you a headache. That lot of radiation come out of that thing, make me a headache. Well, me in particular here. I can get rid of all these pictures I don't need anymore. I found a music video. It's called Center Lane. Is when I used to do the computer work and drive home. I would videotape. I don't have, so I changed the audio tracking to it. That's earlier forms of music video for me. Okay, I'm deleting all these unnecessary images. Done. I don't need it because, like I said, if you don't access data or things, or if people put things in storage, you spend 50 and 100 for storage, and if you don't go to that storage, look at that storage, then why are you keeping it for? Unless it's sentimental and you live in an apartment and you don't want to. What is that? Oh. Yeah, so that's the only reason why I keep it. That's why it's better to get a house with a basement. Basement is underground the house. When they built the house, they had a concrete slab, got a basement. Down in the basement is where the boiler and everything goes down in the basement, hot water tank, washing machine, dryer, everything down there. So here, where I am, There's no basement because we have a water thing on the water table. It will just float away. So everything is in the same part. A lot of people have to get garage. That's why it's better to buy a house with a garage, a biggest garage you can get. They have garage now that has like you can put 2 cars in a truck in there. You have another, you have like a storm shelter they call it in some places. Let me get rid of all these. I don't need these. And this is boot up quick. Getting the password to work was tricky because you have to create a password, and getting that to work was tricky. Do some finagling, and I got it to work. Let me see how do I have it set up. Okay, now right now it's working inside the house, but if I want to work outside the house or use a cloud device, then we have to give it access to that. Otherwise, it's just working inside the house. Now it could be used as a wireless access point and plug it into the plug it into the AT&T fiber gateway and run the wire out to in my case the hallway, and then hook up the antennas like this and let it run as a repeater, or run it down, or run it through the attic and run it down and have access point on the other side like you normally would do. But remember, this is a travel router. They have larger ones to do it, but a lot of the larger ones have, you know, if it's designed to have, it's a lot of configuration. I understand they have a lot of things in there, but it's a pain in the neck. It's like the old DWRT days. Oh, boy, I've read those days. I don't need all this. Let me get rid of this. I try to keep stuff in the past, but I don't really need all this. I should just put this all in a folder. I'll do that. So I'm going to create a new folder on this drive. New folder. Old stuff. This is my channels. I usually have stuff like this. I'll have to clean this out. This is just, it was just to see if it could work. Wow, it's transferring the data. I should see how it's transferring. Let me get an idea. Let me take all this. I think it's pretty good considering for the drive. That's where that stuff is. Okay, good. So we have this now. It comes up SDA 1. Ooh, there's still more stuff on here I have to get rid of. It's in the download folder. Why? Like I said, if I don't need it, it can be gone. If we don't need to keep old stuff. You see, that's the only thing in there. It says wired driver. It could be old stuff. Don't need it anymore. Delete. Oh yes. I don't know what this is. I have to look. MP3. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see what this is. Oh, a lot of videos on this. Well, I do have a stuff backed up ASMR, complete ASMR, complete MP4 stream. I don't know what's in the stream folder. That's old. I'll have to delete that. I have no idea what that is. 133 megabytes. A gig. Oh, that's so far. Time remaining calculating. It's deleting a gig. Okay. It's not bad. It's still calculating the time. It's moving pretty quick. 2 gigs now. 4 gigs now. 5 gigs now. 7 gigs now. It's going pretty quick. So it does work. So like I said, I'm not promoting them. I bought this myself, and the other one, and then you get a USB storage device that works with 3.20, and it has 6 gigs, and it has that new feature. It's called see if I can get it to my oh, okay. There's a lot of things to talk about. I'm going to create another video for that, or maybe I don't know, live stream. I got to do a whole bunch of stuff, but there's a lot of updates for YouTube. What they're doing, it's 20 years for them. Oh, this has 13 minutes to clean all this up. It's going pretty quick though. It's up to 8 gig. Oh, pretty fast. Or the network. Let me see. This thing getting hot. So right now I have it in here underneath the desk, the access point. We're going to try to see if we can access from other devices. It's using Linux, but you can. It supports FAT32 and Microsoft drives. Yeah. Now, the TP-Link has more details. You can create everything on this more. Well, it says more nasty, but it's the same thing as this. I mean, how much more you can do? So this is made simple. All you do is you log in. It depends what you're doing. Maybe this one 8 terabyte drive, 8 gig terabyte drive is pretty big. 8 terabyte. It's pretty huge. So you're looking at, that might be about 7 something free, 7 terabyte free. Get that for $100, but you can't boot to it. So it's just using it for storage. That's it. And it'd be fast. It's SSD. SSD is fast. That's where all this is going fast. Okay, this is almost finished. So once this is, we'll delete the Steam folder and let's see what the other 2 folders are like. And get rid of them. Save some space. And then I'll just move stuff around and free up some space. You can play around with this for a while until we get another drive. But that's it. I just want to let you know it did work. Okay. Yeah, we have other videos to talk about. So, I didn't give up. I'll cancel the return request. Because I'm saying this works. There had to be something wrong with it. Firmware. And patience. Yeah. Okay. So, that's about it. That's what I want to let you know. Okay? So, it worked. that would be the thumbs up. That means it's working. We'll be doing a live stream. I'll pop it on and see if anybody's around. And that's about it. Those of you who are fans of the barber, we got some more props for that. Always getting props. Okay, what's that? What do you see there? Alright. Clear that out. Shouldn't see that part. So let's ease it over here. I need a mount to mount my iPad. The reason for that is because I can use an iPad for an EKG machine or anything medical. And make my own. You wouldn't even know the difference if it didn't say that. But that's it. I can't afford an EKG machine, and some people have it. I think they get it used, or some of them maybe go to an abandoned hospital and grab it out. But then that's against the law. I'm not doing that. We don't have anything like that here anyway. Yeah, we're too late. I stay on top of things. That's the same thing when you do IT. You stay on top of it until it solves. If you can't get this working, I did a lot of checking into this and the specs wise, And then I saw some of its equipment and I said, holy cow, it's that company. There's a company I was trying to avoid. This was the company. But hey, this is very inexpensive compared to the others. The other are sky high. You know, overcharging. They love to overcharge when it comes to these kind of things. Okay, you know what I did in here? So we have remember the other air conditioning that I was talking about? Yeah, so we have that coming in now. That's working. Okay. Those doesn't shut off. I said it at 70. We keep the place at 70. 70. So it cools I think it's a 9 by 12. Yeah, 9 by cools in, I think it's a 9 by 12 or 9 by 16. I don't know. I have to look at the schematics again. I can't tell in my head. But it's cooling a large room. Okay, that's where the gym is. Then it has to come in here. Here is 10 by 10. This is smaller. The neighbor's house, they got a bigger house. They got 2 rooms like this in the front. They're good for offices, you know, like that. I wouldn't have it for a bedroom. But anyway, it serves my purpose here. Then we have one of those quiet fans from Honeywell. Honeywell one. I didn't care for it. Then we have one of those Duro, D-E-R-O. We're not promoting them, but we just, that's a smart fan. I can say, Alexa, you know, turn on the master fan. And we got that in the living room now. That has 800 CFF, something like that. That's how much airflow it's blowing. It's pretty strong. So a lot of these smart things for temperature that's built in 99. It talks. Anything that talks, that's what we talk about. And the only reason why we have this device on here, I want to see if it can be done on the cheap. So that means you can have a NAS on the cheap running on its own Wi-Fi. Okay, this is about 60 seconds. There's a huge bunch of files there. Holy cow. That was on the other computer that I have down here. Oh, wait a minute. Huh. All this stuff was on the boot drive, but it never put the stuff on the boot drive. Remember I was trying to create that with the true NAS? It didn't put nothing on this drive. It didn't boot nothing onto the drive. That's kind of odd. It should wipe out all the data that was on there. Kind of crazy how that worked out. Alright, I freed up that. I don't know, what's the system volume? I'll get rid of that, don't need it. Unnecessary, delete. I'll move all this into this folder. Okay, there we go, everything's cleaned up. Let's see, I don't know if it can tell me, show more. I'm trying to see how much space was left on here. Okay. Okay, I'll map it to Z. So you know how to map drives, right? Yeah. So you're going to turn the mapping. Remember, this is the way this works. You're mapping drives. You have to map a drive to your Windows machine. You should be able to do it on the Mac. I'll look in the map. And then I can store files and everything all over the place. So I can get out of this now. This times out. All of this times out. So it works. So now it is. Okay, I can close that out. Close that out. Oh, I should keep that. Let me go back there. Let me close out this. I think it's, let me see. Okay, let me write down the IP address. The only thing with this is, I don't think it's gonna, well, there's no way to set static. I don't know if it does it automatically. That's the thing with this thing here. When you set it to access point, it goes right to the access point. That's it. When you set it to repeater, well, repeater, you have to link it to the router or the gateway that you're going to use, and that's it. It seems to be that it's simple. It's like, why did it take so long? Well, the interface is old, so when I updated the interface, it's some stuff. But I was thinking, I'm looking at this. It has a lot of features and a lot of stuff is not straightforward. And yeah, okay. Let me. I gotta save. Ooh, what did I do here? Ooh, but I hope it saved. Okay, where's that? I gotta run a fix. There's something going on. There's something going on. Oh, okay. Put the IP address here. Well, if I need to look up the IP address, I can go into my AT&T fiber, and it shows all the devices connected to it. So it's right there, and that was connected that way. Yeah, okay, that's about it. So hit save. That's it. We'll close out of that, and we'll put a link to this. Oh, what this is? What's this? Oh yeah, start. Okay. Hey, take care. Thanks for watching and supporting the channel and make it grow like that. Yeah. Subscribers. That's what you do. The subscribers help the channel move out of the blocks. Okay. When you first started, you got 0, and you got one video. As you add more, and more people come, and they like what they see, they get added. We need another less than 400 of you hit 1,000. Then just keep on going and going and going, and you move up, you move up, move up. There's a lot of new strategy now to get your channel to this, because a lot of people are stuck, and a lot of people don't move on, and those are higher than you. They have all sorts of things. It's like they're commissioning different things to get the money, and a lot of you might not want to do all that stuff, because you just want to sit back and relax and let the channel grow for itself. It depends what you want to do. Yeah, unless you want to, because some of them, those higher ones, are getting a lot of money, millions of dollars. They're all over the place. They're doing all kind of stuff. They're gonna have to slow down eventually. They have to slow down. Okay. Well, anyway, we'll talk about that another time. Thanks for watching, and we're out of here.